Okay guys, so this is my first Star Trek Online video. I'm just gonna quickly go through some of the characters and ships and show you all of that. I'm sort of testing the waters here, testing a new capturing program and so on and so forth. So this one here, this is my main character. She's a Rear Admiral 5, which is a level cap in Star Trek Online right now. I believe that that's up to level 45. So I started with her on early start, which was about 4 days, I believe, before it hit the retail. And pretty much all I do with her right now is do the daily quest to get the exploration marks, which I trade in for purple weapons for the ship and stuff. Just collecting all those goodies. And I'm sort of waiting for them to release all the end game raids and stuff that they announced already. This is my alt, which technically is my main at this time. He's only Lieutenant Commander 3 on the Klingon side, as you can tell. I made a Gorn, which is the lizard guy, sort of like a, I don't know, dinosaur. Then there's this guy, Cyrano Jones. He's my little alt for breeding tribbles, which is a little experiment that failed completely so far, since my tribbles don't seem to want to breed unless I'm online, and even then they're kinda slow to do it. I wasn't able to get any rare ones yet. Perhaps if one of you guys knows how to do it, you can grab jump on gunbad.com and post something there for us. This is Grab. He's my alt for my little project as far as documenting all food, drinks, and overall items in Star Trek Online. Star Trek Online Depository, we call it. Then there's a little section on the website where I post this stuff, and hopefully some of you will join me. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with my main. We'll visit the ships, we'll look at some stuff, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so this is my main ship. It's a tier 5 cruiser, star cruiser, I think these ones are called. I went with there's 2 ships to choose from in tier 5 when you get here. It doesn't matter which profession or path you take. I'm playing an engineer, so I wanted to stick to cruisers just because that's an engineer ship, and I didn't want to sort of mix it with anything else. The choices I had was assault cruiser, and exploring or star explorer cruiser. Assault one had 2 spots for tactical officers, and this one had 2 for science officers, and I kind of like the science part better. Let's have a peek here. So this is my ship right now. I have a couple of these purple weapons here, anti-proton weapons at the front. I managed to get 1 torpedo launcher, and the rest is kind of crappy. Well, it's not really crappy, but it's not the best. My consoles are lacking especially. So that's it. I managed to get the purple weapon for my main. That's it right here, the anti-proton beam rifle with a split beam, purple Mark 10. I kind of like the split beam weapons the most. So since we're here, I'll show you. This is what the screens look like for the officers. This is their equipment. They have shields, body armor, weapons, and 4 device spots. These are the officers that you'll also see once we go into the ship bridge. It's kind of cool how the NPCs on a bridge are also the NPCs you actually have. Here's the skill trees. They all have, the officers have 4 for the ground, 4 for space, and these are the skills for my character. There's obviously a lot more. I'm thinking they're gonna change the way this works a little bit, so I'm kind of hoping for their respec. And I'm sure that's coming soon too. Before we get to the ship, what else can I show you? This is the quest log. These are my current missions. Well, I took them all just so my little icon here on the top right besides the minimap doesn't flash. But really I'm not doing any of them other than the repeatable quest that gives me exploration marks. I really like the story quests, so like this one here, asset recovery, rear Admiral 5 quest. This is the kind of stuff I'm gonna finish sooner or later when I have you know, an hour or two to sit down and do it. I like to take my time. Assignments with no location, I kind of would like to finish these, but they require a little bit more time and I can't find where to do them. It's a bit of a pain in the ass. Let's go and visit the bridge now. Okay, so there's a little thing here where you do the queues, social window, fleet window. Actually, let's talk about the fleet, because we do have one. It's called MrsGunbad Federation. Get a number of people in here. There's the roster. I'm the only one online on this side right now. We also have a clean on guild as well. And as you can tell, there's a bunch of people here, or in the fleet. They're just not on right now, it's kind of late. Yeah, I don't know, nothing really out of ordinary there. Let's go to visit the bridge. It's gonna ask us if we want to leave. And the loading window is not too long, it takes just a couple seconds. It's instanced, small area, but the cool thing is the plans that they have for these bridges. They already announced that they're gonna put a lot more functionality into them and implement different parts of the ship, which is going to be fantastic. You can see that there is doors. See, there you go. There's one there, one there, one there, leading out of the bridge. So eventually they're going to lead to places like medical bay and engineering, and I don't know what else they're going to have in there. Transporter room probably, or something. And that's going to be very cool. There's my engineers, or sorry, my officers. This is my engineering officer, it's blue. Actually, they're both, yeah, they're both engineering. There you go. No, blue is science, my bad. This one is engineering here. And there's a couple more here, sitting at their consoles. And there's a couple more here yet. Now the ones I did show you before on my UI there, they're here. There's one here. It's just that I have a lot more than just those, I guess, on this ship. It's a big ship. Cruisers are the best, or not the best, but the biggest ships in the game. On the Federation side, they have a really large crew, lots of, there's a big. When I fly and I sort of park my ship beside other ships, it's really obvious then how small the escorts or science ships are in comparison to my star cruiser. What else? Let me show you a couple of emotes here. There's tons of them. And some of them are pretty cool. There's the blood wine, clean on blood wine emote. Let's go from the side there. There's tons of dances here. That's the robot dance. They're kind of funky. Snake fits the female character. That's a joke. Anyway, Running Man. There's just tons of stuff. And lots of really cheesy stuff, but it works.